Not good for you.
No, trust me. Go get it to me.
It's not good for
Devall, you might want to get it to me because you're on thin ice. You are knocking on thin ice, to be honest with you.
What the hell you think you knocking on?
You're on the verge. You're on the verge.
What you think you knocking on?
Woo! Let me pay my child support that I've been paying for a kid who hates my guts and a kid's mom who hates my guts. Let me just do that and leave me alone. I just want to be left alone in my own little peaceful bubble.
Who y'all know as that favorite Leo on TikTok, just dropped a bombshell about her father, Devall Atkins, from BeautDee and the Bunch family. In a heartfelt video, Kiki opened up about how she feels like her dad hasn't been there for her in the ways that really mattered. She got real raw with it, saying that while Devall is out here on YouTube playing the role of a devoted, God-fearing family man, she's been feeling left out and unsupported. Kiki shared that growing up without her dad being fully present took a toll on her, and it's something she's still processing as an adult.
Everybody kind of sort of already knows my business, so why not just share my side of the story and express, like, you know, how I feel about the situation or whatever the case may be. So for those of you that know, you know, and for those of you that don't know, you're about to find out. I am 20. I turned 21 this year in August. I'm not a teenager. I'm not a child. All of these situations and events happened when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, and whatever else when I was growing up. So the first thing I'm going to speak on is I've never disrespected Renee. I don't even talk to Renee. Like, I haven't had Renee's phone number in God knows how long. That's if I even had her phone number ever since I've had a phone. So just know, I used to literally love the ground this woman walked on. Like, growing up, I used to call her mama. Like, I literally used to put her over my own mother. Like, it was a situation that happened where my mom literally had to call the police on them to get me back because I didn't want to go home to my mom and they didn't want to give me to my mom. And I play about a lot of things, but I don't play about my mama. Like, she has never been no bitter baby mama. Like, she has never been the one to feed me lies and negativity about my father. She let me get my own opinion and come to my own conclusions about what kind of man he is. So everybody can dead that situation with saying, oh, she's bitter, this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, my mama stood on business, and child support or no child support, she took care of me the best way she could and the best way she know how. And with all that being said, you know, as a teenager growing up, you start wanting to do your own thing. So yeah, I didn't want to spend time with them, and yeah, I wasn't coming over as often as I used to or at all, simply because of the fact that why should I have to do an activity with a bunch of other people? And I'm not saying a bunch of other people like, you know, my siblings or nobody, because at the end of the day, I love them with my whole heart, and you know, I be wanting to reach out to them and talk to them, but if I can't get through to them, and you know, I've expressed to my father many of times, like, you have my number, you can give them my number, they can talk to me, they can call me. Like, I want to talk to them, I want them in my life. Like, I'm their big sister, I want them to know who I am and be a part of my life. But you know, at a point, it gets to be like, okay, well, when can I spend time with my father one-on-one by myself? Oh, and I also forgot to mention, like, every conversation that she has brought to the internet pertaining to like something that me and my father have talked about, it was a phone conversation between me and my father. Not once did I ever say, oh, well, I want to include Renee in this situation. I've always expressed to him how I feel, and for some reason she's always sitting there right next to him when I'm on the phone with him, and then she decides to take over the phone and speak her think piece when I say absolutely nothing to her. Situations that I spoke on, the car situation, the graduation ticket situation, child support, whatever situation about money that she has thrown up into the air, me and my siblings' relationships, you know, how I feel about whatever has been posted or whatever pertaining to my siblings. And I really share like a few stories from my past that had happened, like between us and like my family or whatever the case may be. So to jump right into it with the child support, My whole family has told me this. My whole family knows this. He went and put himself on child support because obviously he knew that he wasn't going to be the father that I needed him to be in my life. And since she wants to throw dollar amounts in the air, oh, she was paying $2,000 a month in child support. No, she wasn't. But there's such a thing called back pay. When you're not paying your dues when you're supposed to, that accumulates. So you have no choice but to pay it. And if you don't pay it, the court will be seeing you, and it will not be, good things to hear. There will be consequences and repercussions. So if y'all want to believe I was getting $2,000 a month in child support, y'all can. Because if I was getting $2,000 a month in child support, I wouldn't be asking him to help me get a car. My mama would have already had that set in play for me. Okay? My mother is a very responsible woman. She would have already had that done for me. In the whole graduation ticket situation, yes, I did have him as my last invite, because he was never going to be the first person I was going to be like, hey, this is my graduation ticket, I'm extending it to you. No, because he was not active in my life. He was not there for my big milestones. So he didn't deserve number 1 ticket, number 2 ticket, or whatever the case may be. My village, who was there for me and played a part in raising me, they got those most important tickets, and I only had like 6 tickets. We literally had a limited amount of tickets and had a limited amount of people who could come to the graduation. And even then, they still could have came out after the graduation was done and supported me and congratulated me. They did not care. He didn't want to be there, and obviously she didn't want him to be there either. So there's that. And back to the car situation, I did not ask him, flat out, buy me a car, knowing that I, really don't talk to this man. And I never said, go get money from Renee to give it to me. That was never the case. I went to my mom first, and she even advised me not to go ask him because she knew I was just going to get disappointed. I went to my mom and was like, hey, if I can get my dad to go half with you on a cheap car, will you do it? She was like, yeah. So I went and asked him, and lo and behold, I got disappointed. He did show me however much money he was making from YouTube at the time, or whatever the case may be. It was like, I can't help you, this is Renee's money and this is that and the third. And I was just like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I never said go get the money from Renee and give it to me. I wanted him to figure out how to get the money and give it to me because I need help. Like, why would you not help me? Regardless of whether I really talk to you or not, I still need help. I'm still your child, because at the end of the day, you are taking care of her kids and not me. And child support or no child support, you still need to be active in my life. And where people get everything misconstrued is the fact that they're so stuck on, I don't talk to them, I don't talk to them. But they're not seeing how he always had 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door with me my entire life. He came in when it seemed like it was convenient for him. Like, that's literally like a toxic ex being on and off, like playing with your heartstrings. Like, y'all should know how that feels. A lot of people should know how that feels. Don't be wishy-washy with me. And people in my comments were like, well, your siblings are old enough for you to reach out to them, so they shouldn't have to reach out to you. They absolutely do have to reach out to me because they have big platforms and we don't follow each other. So if we don't follow each other and they have big platforms, my messages will not get through to them. And I've told my father countless number of times, you can give them my number. They can call me. They can talk to me. And for the last couple of months in 2024, I was in contact with my 2 younger sisters, Juliana and JC. Like, they would just FaceTime me, sit the phone up by the pool just to show me them swimming, or like just show me them running around the house. And I would text them, every day, see how they doing, see if they're okay. And I want to say around like mid-November is when I would try to call them, text them. My calls and my texts weren't going through, which from the beginning I already had a feeling like if I did reach out to them, she wouldn't want me talking to them. So that's why I feel like happened. She ended up not wanting me to talk to them, and I can't do anything about that. Like, I know in my heart that I want them in my life and that I want to be in their life, but if their mother won't allow it, then that's just how it is. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick little story, and I'm gonna wrap this all up. But when I was like in the 1st grade, I'm gonna put it in perspective for you. Imagine, you're a single mom, you waiting for your 1st grader to get off the school bus, right? Cool. Then your baby daddy and his wife pull up and snatch your child out of your hands operating a vehicle. One, that's unsafe. That is so unsafe. Two, no matter how bad I wanted to go with them, that is still unsafe and unethical. That is considered kidnapping. That is considered kidnapping. And my mother literally had to call the police on them to get me back. Okay? Put that in perspective. I want y'all to really sit there and think about that. And it was also another time, which, you know, I'm older now, so it's okay. It wasn't okay back then, but it's okay. And you know, black people don't really believe in babysitters. They believe in stay inside. Don't open that door for nobody. I got the key. I'm going to open the door, right? But technically, I wasn't inside alone. My grandmother was home, but at the time, she was sick. So I was basically home alone watching myself. And they came to the house and they took me. They didn't tell nobody they were taking me. They just came to the house and they took me while my people weren't there. That is also considered kidnapping, no matter how bad I wanted to come with them. They did things very unethically. And now that I'm older, I can really see like how heartbreaking that is for my mom, that she had to go through these situations. Like, oh my gosh, they keep taking my child. Like, I have to keep going and get my child back from them. Like, nobody's thinking about that. And everybody's just thinking about how my mom is so bitter. She's a bitter baby mama. No. And to wrap everything up, my mama do not want that man. I promise y'all she don't. My mama don't even like people in general. She don't even be liking the fact that she had a baby by this man. So I get it. But yeah, this really the last time I'm gonna really speak on this, because I'm not gonna make a million part videos. That's not me. That's not what I do. I come on social media to look cute and crack a joke and go by my day. But thank y'all to everybody, you know, who supports me and understands where I'm coming from. And, you know, to the people who can relate, my heart goes out to y'all, because this shit hurts. Like, all I want to do is just have a dad in my life. I want to be a daddy's girl, but, you know, it's too late for that. It's too far gone. And to the young girls who are out there going through this situation, you don't need a validation from no nigga, no man, no nobody. Keep your head up and do shit for yourself. Always think about you and put yourself first.
The video has been making waves, and y'all already know the comment section is on fire. Some folks are fully in Kiki's corner, saying she has every right to speak her truth and call out the pain she's experienced. Others are coming to Devall's defense, claiming he's doing his best now and that maybe there's more to the story than what we're hearing.
So she texted him, and she texted him one day and was like, after she told him not to call him anymore, she hung up and was like, don't ever call me again. And then she texted me and was like, I have one ticket to my graduation if you want to come. I have one ticket left. Problem with that is she has one ticket left, and then my husband goes there by himself, and then what? Is around a bunch of people who threatens him, and nobody's friends with him. So he goes there by himself after being on the internet around all these people who he don't know anymore and whose life he don't live anymore. Like, I don't even feel safe at this point. Like, are they gonna jump you when you get it? Like, you know, you've been threatened. They've been threatening him. They threatened him before. The very person. That very person threatened him before and said somebody wanted to beat him up. So, it just be weird. This man, him and his brother had a whole, fight. You know, the reason why him and most of his siblings don't get along anymore, which it was all of them. But now he has made peace and trying, you know, with some. But the very reason why he don't have siblings now is because they're on her side. And they be fighting with him because of her. So he goes there with the one ticket. And what y'all gonna do to my husband? Who gonna save my husband? Fuck around and be having goons at the graduation and want to do something to my husband that they ain't seen in 10 years.
This is especially wild because Devall's YouTube image is all about being a family man who leads with prayer and love. His videos often show him doting on his kids and guiding his family spiritually. But now, with Keke coming forward, people are starting to wonder if what we see online is the full picture.
On my husband's child support case history activity, it says that the custodial parent requested for an increase, requested for them to check his income for it to be increased. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, and that's what I have to worry about now, is somebody trying to take somebody's money who's not their baby daddy. Yeah. And constantly asking my husband for these large amounts of money for iPhones 11s and 10s when it's not actually coming from anything that he worked for, and you tell him you want nothing to do with his wife. You cannot ask him for his wife's money. That's not how that goes. That's not how that works. That's not what it is. Okay? I'm trying not to be rude, but I'm upset. Okay? I'm trying not to be rude, but when your money is being played with, that's a whole other story. And I don't want to keep getting letters in the mail and text messages constant asking for money all the time. No relationship. No, can I come over? Or can we fix things? That's not how things goes. And I'm just like not okay with that. I don't know you, and I didn't sleep with you, and I didn't make a kid with you, so I'm not going to provide a life for you. I'm not going to provide, you don't get to live the same life as me for something I'm working hard for if you're not going to do the same for yourself. You don't get it from me. I'm not who you ask for it. I'm not who you come to for it. You don't make me do it. They basically, okay, so you didn't want to get the money for the braces? You didn't want to get the money for the phone? You didn't, all in 1 week, baby? After just spending almost $1,000 on them for Christmas? This was in January. All these things came right after Christmas, after spending thousands of dollars on multiple people for Christmas. Being responsible for multiple things. And because that happened, it was just always the next thing after the next. Oh, hey, can I? Hey, good morning. I was wondering if I can have... No, you cannot, because it's not his. Call me. Let's talk about it. Call me and ask me. And let's have a conversation about that. It's not that anymore about it was his or like, oh, that's my daddy. We get it. That's yours. We get that you don't want me present. We get that you don't accept me. And we get that you guys want that family we're not allowed to blend. We weren't allowed to blend because they don't want her to be in our family for some reason. So if I'm not accepted as a stepmom, if I was never accepted as a stepmom, and in fact, you guys, I didn't tell you this, that I got into a physical altercation with her before because my stepdaughter kissed me goodnight. And she kept saying, you better not. And my husband told my stepdaughter, give her a kiss and tell her goodnight. And her mom was like, you better not. And as soon as the girl kissed me, she attacked. And I attacked back. Yeah, you guys, anyway, this is all in front of my children. It's very unhappy, very unhealthy life. A very not worth it life. That I just want to leave things where it's at and let God handle. I just want to leave everything where it's at and let God handle my lightweight. Because just... Bring me something? One of those moonshines, like one of the fruit, so I can eat and get tipsy off the fruit. And then do story time.
No, never mind. You don't need that. Dog moonshine not good for you.
No, trust me. Go get it to me.
It's not good for you.
Devall, you might want to get it to me. Because you're on thin ice. You are knocking on thin ice, to be honest with you.
What the hell you think you knocking on?
You're on the verge. You're on the verge.
What you think you knocking on?
Woo!
You knocking on thin water.
The type of shit that you bring bringing into my life? Hell no.
No, it should be. It said shit by now. It's going on 20 years.
No, hell no, hell no. Yo, I'm actually really shaking because let me tell you why I'm shaking. My husband got a text message yesterday saying, I hate to contact you for materialistic things, because the person that said that knows that they don't contact them for anything else. She knows that. So before she had to ask for what she asked for, she was like, I hate to ask you for materialistic things, but I really need you to help with a car or something. And he's like, so what he did was he sent them a screenshot of his YouTube, what he makes on YouTube. This is my check right here. This is how much I make. I personally can't buy you a car right now, and the person who I would have to speak to with about it, you said you want nothing to do with it and you don't like. You said you want nothing to do with it and you don't like her. You said you'd say all the time you don't respect her or accept her. So they write back, I do respect her, but since I'm your responsibility, you should get it from her and give it to me. Fuck that, I don't like her. I'm talking to you. You're my person, not her.
So I'm asking you to go to her, get it from her, and give it to me. I said, there's no way. I said, there's no way. There's no way. I'm reading this. There's no way. There's no way, huh? I said, no. Fuck. I said, hell no. I'm not hers, I'm yours. You get it from her and give it to me. I said, tell him, I said, no. Tell him, I said, fuck no. Oh, you should get it from her? Oh, you should get it from me? No. Hell no. What languages do they speak? Nia. No. Nueve.
It's tough to watch a situation like this play out, especially when it involves family. But Keke's bravery in speaking her truth has sparked an important conversation about how absent or inconsistent parenting can affect kids long term, even if the parent is showing up for their other kids later in life. So, what y'all think? Should Devall address this publicly, or is this something that should stay behind closed doors? Is Kiki valid for putting this out there, or should she have handled it differently? Let me know your thoughts, cause this one got me all in my feelings. All right, y'all, that's all the tea I got for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep it real with me here on Gossip Unplugged. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next drop. And remember, this is where the real tea gets spilled. No filter, no cap. Catch y'all next time.